Today we're going to explore Underboard, a new tactical auto-battler roguelite that allows you to build some pretty crazy synergies. Now this is brought to us by developer Headless, which is such a good name, and publisher Two Left Thumb Studios, which they've been on my channel quite a few times, and they even supplied me a review key for this, so again, thank you for trusting me with this. Now, as always, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you my first impressions review right after this to give you a full rounded idea of what I thought. Then, after that, I'm going to give you some straight up gameplay and commentary to give you some good tips and tricks for future runs as you check out the game. As always, I don't know the music in the video, it is the developers, but I always got to show it off because it sets the tone. And, of course, if you want to see all the games I've already covered, click the link above my head to go to my playlist. Dude, guarantee you, your next fix is in there. Yeah man, let's hop into the review so I can show you what it's all about. Now, as always, I do base my reviews on a couple things. Number one is the price of the game, but this does not have a release date, so I just gotta go off the demo alone. Then I cover a couple of categories like visuals and graphics, sound and music, gameplay, story, and then I'll give you my overall experience, a few cons, and right after, I'll give you my first impression score on a scale of 1 to 10. But yeah, let's hop into the visuals and graphics, and starting out, dude, I really love the color palette of this game, especially the purple swirly background in the beginning. Reminds me of Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, and that's the whole vibe I get from this game, especially with the character portraits, is early 2000s cartoons where they had that gothic vibe, and I loved it. It's my generation, dude, and so visually, I really love that art style. I'm not as crazy once we get to the gameplay and the board, where it kind of reminds me of Binding of Isaac, which I wasn't that big a fan of visually. But it's still not bad, I still love the color palette, and I really love how weird the characters are. So yeah, visuals and graphics, on a whole, are pretty decent. Now we go into sound and music, and the music itself is okay. It's got an eerie sound to it, it sits in the background just right, and especially for a strategy game that requires a lot of focus, it does its job, and when the battle starts, it kinda amps up a bit. Not a lot, I wish it was more, but for what's there, it's good. Now, sound effects I have a little bit of a different story with, which is they're not really there. You have like a clicking sound, characters have like the text speech, but they don't have voice acting, and so there's not like a lot of things going on when you place cards down, and they kind of have like one hit sound effect, but nothing that stands out, nothing that feels super unique. And it's kind of a problem because all the characters are unique, so I'd like to hear unique sounds that fit them. So yeah, sound and music, they're fine. Now we get to the meat and potatoes, which is the gameplay, and the gameplay, it's all strategy. It is an auto battler where you have to set up your units on the left side of the board to make them, one, be in the right position to get the advantage over the other team. But due to how strategic this game is, there's phases to this. So you have the planning phase where you can lay out magic cards on enemies, which then starts the action phase where you still even have cards you can play during the action phase. And after that, you have to see the end results of what you tried, which could be your death, or it could mean you get another turn. And overall, it's complicated, but it does work, especially because the characters have a lot of synergies, especially with the items and relics you get, and it does create a proper roguelite experience. So gameplay as a whole is hard, but fulfilling. And it also means that there's definitely longevity here, especially because you can play as numerous characters. Now that brings me to the story, which is, there's kind of a story here, which is you're exploring the Underboard. It seems like some of the characters know each other, so I like the fact that there is a story that's going to unfold, and until then, it's nice that it's there, but I don't have much of an opinion on it. Now that brings me to my overall experience, which, it's good. Like I said, I really like the color palette of the game, the art style is fun for what it is, the music's okay, the sound effects are okay, and the gameplay is, of course, the marker here, and it's really complicated in a good way, where if you like these kind of games, you're gonna love it. Now, I wish there was controller support. I get it's just a point-and-click game, so you don't really need it, but it would be nice. It'd be nice to see this game on mobile in the future, because again, these are the perfect games for a mobile device. But I don't know, the other thing that I kind of had a problem with on this game is there is a speed up option where you can make the animations faster, but there's only one option on it, and it's not fast enough for me. Maybe it's just ADHD, but I like it when games move fast because I'm already thinking ahead and I want to keep moving forward. So it feels like I'm getting bogged down by having to watch these animations. So I wish there was another speed up option. Now what that's going to do, that's going to bring me to my first impressions review score of a 7. I would have gone lower, but that's not fair to the game, which is Just because it's not my cup of tea doesn't mean that it's a bad game or not worthy of praise, because the people who are going to play this are going to love it, because the developers have put a lot of thought and detail into how these synergies work. So it's going to be that Binding of Isaac style of love. And again, Binding of Isaac's not anywhere near close to my top roguelites, and other people like worship it, but not me. And I think Underboard definitely has that kind of potential, but it's got to find the right audience, and it will when it launches. But for me, it's a 7. Now, before we hop into my gameplay commentary, give you some good tips, I of course need to ask you to like, comment, subscribe, dude. It all helps the channel. It really helps me. Let me know in the comments what you thought of the video, what you think of Underboard. Let me know what you think of the graphics. Let me know if you think my opinion's wrong. And of course, just talk to me, tell you about your day. And of course, before we get into the gameplay, at the end of the video, you're going to be able to click to the right of my head so you can go to my playlist to check out all the games I've already covered. Guarantee you, your next fix is in there. Or click to the other side to subscribe to my channel to see all future games that I cover. Yeah, dude, let's hop into the gameplay so I can show you how bad I am at this game. Underboard. Again, dude, look, I love main menus because they really give you a glimpse at least the aesthetic of a game. And this one shows off, as I said in the intro, that like late 90s, early 2000s cartoon vibe with just a purple swirly background. Kind of reminds you of Codename Kids Next Doors, Courage the Cowardly Dog, Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. It just reminds me of great times, and I love the green color. So yeah, the little animations, it works for me. As always, let's go through it really quick. We got exit, credits, settings. So decent amount of settings, nothing too hardcore, you know, a little bit of resolution change, volume control, little quality of life. Just simple game changes. Collection, and then we just get into it. So let's hop to it. We're going to go to Shadow Woods. And so what we got going on here, it's going to let me go in and pick my hero, or your main card. Now, I'm still not 100% accustomed to it, because look how much data it gives you. There's so many attributes, and so you have to read through it to really understand what's going on here. But up top, we get to know kind of what their elemental affinity is. So we got concentration, intensity, and accuracy. Basically, you know, we got the mage, the warrior, the thief. So then we can look at the other stats: maximum health, attack resistance, skill resistance, all the damage stuff, skill power. But at the bottom, we get our skill, which is target's current enemy, which it's assault, costs 80, target's current enemy, 64 skill damage, and I gain might. Whereas the baby, I get atone. I target lowest health percent ally, grant 136 shield, so we got a healer. And then we got treat, which is shoot a projectile to current enemy and apply 100% poison. That ain't too bad. Let's be a thief. Alright, so as you can see, we got a game board here. Now, there's nothing on this board just because it's a starting area, but you can grab your character here and drag them to a spot. And of course, all the little tiles in front and back and forward are where they can move to. Now, if you look, the board is blue on this side. And what that means is this is my playable area where I can put my units, enemy side. Alright, so let's just hop to the next stage. We got the normal roguelite map, which of course is just a great thing to have in a game like this, because if you're just going board to board, let me make a little bit of meta progression choices here. Alright, so we're going to get a deck of cards spell here. Okay, what do we got? We got the Simpsons fish. It's a passive, affects player 1 mana generation. Nice. Constant creative common active. Select the player character in spell range. Devout. Okay, so extra mana. Or Fire Shroud. Select the character, 150 immolation, so I get extra life. I'm gonna get the passive fish. So as you can see, I do have cards down here. So like I can take there we go. Take it and apply it to him. Usually I think it's during battle, or I don't remember if it just stays. And then we'll go to combat. So now we get to the meat and potatoes. We have our one enemy unit here, and I can set my unit near him and then start the battle. Up here we have tab, which is what allows you to increase the speed. It's a little slow for my taste, but you know, the 2 works for what it is. So we'll set this here. Do I have to just set this down? There we go. There we go. Get him. Get him. And then it's just an auto battler. I set down my unit, he went to battle, he collected an experience. You get 3 of these, you get to level up. And then, of course, you get another affix. Alright, now we need to get some more units, so we'll go to this bonfire, get us a character. Alright, so we got the nun as a healer. And then this one for ambush to be sneaky. Let's get a sneaky. So now I have 2 types of people. I have 2 thieves, pretty much. I'm going to attempt to go for the sneak poison route and just do that damage over time. I'm always a fan. Alright, let's move forward. So we got a chest or combat. We can do both, and we will. Alright, so we'll go to get my chest. And what do we get today? Alright, we got scissors. Common equipment, 0.2 attack speed, damage with range hits, and 100% armor on wounded. Now, give me some attack speed. And then we'll put these, my attack speed's 0.8, 0.2. I want to make you my savage then. So as you can see, there's piece of equipment here. I think each character can have 3 pieces of equipment. So it's always good to know. When you do a level up, I think it's per level that, or per 3 per character. As in, so like, once I get 3 of this experience, I can't also level them up, I think. Alright, so we got my scissors. We're doing pretty good. We're going to head over to this battle, then we'll do the one right below it. Alright, so we just got 1 unit here. And I'm going to put you right here to ambush. And we'll put you right here to... That'll work, and we'll start the battle. And that's game. So as you can see, putting him behind here meant that my guy here is taking aggro. That's where the fun element of strategy comes in here. Alright, moving forward, we're going to go do this other battle, then we'll go collect that chest. Alright, so move my boy down here. Move him behind. Let's start it. Got him. And now I have my level up. So we'll bring it over to him. Yep, it is just 1 level per character. That's what I figured. It's a bummer. Alright, let's go get this chest. What do I get? What do I get? Give me a character. I'm not going to get it from this, but still. Alright, 30% energy pulse, 25% skill resistance, 100% shield on combat. Sorry, love that. And since I'm a tank, put him on my boy here. Head to this next battle. So now I've got a stacked tank up front. This is exactly what I want. If he's taking hits while homeboy's sneaking in, he's got to survive the whole time. Alright, start you up here. Let's do it. Nice, took him down. Got the 1 XP. And we move down to the campfire to get a new character. Oh, I can just get another guy? That's what I'm talking about. What do we got here, though? Target's current enemy, deal 108 skill damage, apply stress. Okay. Or we got the healer. Let's get a healer on our team. I think that's super helpful. Alright, moving forward. I mean, might as well get both, but still, we're going to start with the deck of cards and get a spell. Hopefully a new passive. Alright, common passive affects player, 1+ spell range, 25% cooldown. So we got common active, mana cost, select the player character in spell range center, apply Valor. Okay, this probably gives me a good attack, and Ice Fort. Select the player character, grants 100 armor, and apply Snow Attack. Oh, whoops, I've clicked the wrong button. So I'm using a PS5 controller, and this is not a controller game, so I'm having to use Steam input for it. So I mess up my buttons frequently. So just, you know, now I got this ice shield, but it's alright, I'm down to try it. We'll head into battle. It looks like we got a big battle right after that. Alright, so we got 2 boys. Let's put you here. Put you behind. Put you behind. Put you here. And do it. I don't even need it. Oh, they poisoned me. It don't matter. We won. Nice. Alright, now we can go do the superior combat. Or we can go down here first. Yeah, let's go down here first. Let's collect this chest. What do we get? So attack speed. Mallet. 10 attack damage. Energy charges on combat. Sorry. Now give me that 10 attack damage. And I'm going to put that on Homeboy just so he hits harder. And let's go ahead and head down to combat here. Gotta tell you, I'm getting a pretty sweet setup. So we move Homeboy up here. Gonna move my boy right behind him. Healer here. Let's get wild. Oh my god, my guy is hitting hard up there. And now we get to level somebody up. Level my boy up here. And get one more combat. Alright, so we got some level 2s. So I'm gonna have everybody come up to me. So let's do this. Yeah, they can all come fight us. Oh, he's hitting hard. Good heal, good heal. Nice. So we'll come back up to the big baller here. Let's see how fat they are. Oh, it's just a 2. That ain't bad at all. Alright, so we're taking him down. Yep. Oh, hitting hard on him. Nun's doing some work. They tried. Alright, what is this? So we got Hope. Grants influence to a character. Rare trait consumable. Let's see. Let me get some details. Influence. All rewards have a 5% chance to be influenced, gaining an additional trait. Okay. So I'm gonna give it to you. Nice. Just keep stacking that main character. Make him the real one. Alright, so I can level up my healer right after this. That's good news. Put you down here, right down here. Nice. Put you here, you here. You here. Common active mana cost. Select a player character, grant 200 armor. Give it to you. Nice, and he took all the aggro too. So excellent job on there. Go ahead, level up my healer, and then regret. Rerolls the lowest team trait of a character. What's my lowest? Movement speed. Vitality, good. Keep him alive longer. Alright, so now we get a chest. Let's do it. Whoops. Alright, so we got an alarm clock, 30 energy, 40 attack damage while flanking. So any targets that aren't attacking them, okay. 10% hit damage reduction. Now give me this ace of spades. I feel like that's going to be good on my healers since I try to keep her in the background. Ooh, superior combat. What do we got, like a ton of people? We do. Alright. Well, let's keep them together. This works for me. Dude, we murdered them. Alright. What is this? Reroll rewards and grants 2 additional options. Let's reroll you. Reroll rewards and what? I guess I don't understand how the rewards work. If I go over my this? No. No. Nope, nope, not sure what that means then. Whatever. I'm assuming it's got to be a reward on the screen. Oh, do I have to go to the boss? Alright. Oh, Lordy. Alova. Oh, she's got fat health. And she roots us. Dope. Alright. Extra shield. Oh, dude, we're taking her down, though. No, my boy! Dude, how are you still healing? I was so close. Alright, so she still has a loss in health. Alright, I gotta give it to you. There we go. Alright, yeah. So since he's taking the hits. Nice. Nice. We can do it this time. Yep, that's gonna be it. That's game time. Nice. That was a little bit of a struggle, though. 25 attack resistance, energy regeneration. Hey, give me that attack resistance. Well done, rookie. But a portal is opening. That means there's a deadlier boss on the other side. You'll have to lure it out, too. Your exploration will be saved after crossing the portal, but make sure you're ready to leave this map first. So I can just come back here? How come I can't go over here? I did it. No, I guess we're just gonna go through then. And now we're in a new little biome. Nice. So we got a chest and whatnot, but I think that's honestly a good part to cut this video on, or at least the gameplay section. So yeah, it's genuinely really fun. It's not like the perfect cup of tea for me, but I could definitely get addicted to it. So yeah, thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next one.